Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is Around the World in 30 Days. This is day 22 and I am still at IKEA, although we have loaded up the cars and they are pretty full. And so this is car 2. Full, and there's my receipt, which you can't see the entire thing because it probably fell down to my feet. And so we are at the end of being at IKEA. So I have some more scraps that I want to get used up. And this paper, which should look familiar if you watched yesterday's layout, I want to use that star paper. And then I have black as the background because we're alternating between white and black. I don't know why I said we, because it's just me here, except me and my dog. And so my plan is to use the star paper with the black background and try and use up some of my scraps that I've got from the last handful of layouts that I have created with this No Limits collection. And document these 2 pictures of me and my friends with the full back of both of our cars. And of course, try and use up some of my Killikit that I've got over here. So we've got all my papers, the accessories, and everything that goes with it, these pictures. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I want to trim this paper down because the background is going to be the black paper, but I do want to not have a lot trimmed off. I really want to use a lot of this paper. I do ink the back of this black paper. I put splatters on every page, and I didn't splatter this one. I actually end up doing a packaging technique, but first I'm going to distress the entire outside of this star paper. So, unfortunately, the way that I do this, you don't end up seeing a whole lot of what I create on the back because I only cut a 1/2 inch off the top and the side, so it's only giving you a 1/4 inch border. I mean, you can see it, and you'll probably see it better in the close-ups. There is, orange where, on every side, but it's not as much as what you're seeing right now. Or by the time I am done with this, it's not going to be as much as you see. And that's okay. I could have tapped out more on the page if I really wanted to have more of that visible. But I love, love the way this layout turns out. And I don't know if it is because, sorry, I had to take a drink of water. I don't know if it's because this collection is just so fantastic or the memories from this trip or a combination of the both. I don't know. I really enjoyed the way that these layouts have come together. So I am cutting down my pictures. I want to cut them just a smidge. I can't cut them too much because, we're pretty much spanning from one side to the other. But I want both pictures to fit on a 6x8 paper pad paper. And so I need them to be a little shorter than 6 inches and a little shorter than 4 inches. So I do end up trimming a very thin bit off of the top. And all I'm trimming is a bit of the trunk because the trunks are open of our SUVs. Yes, I said SUVs. We both have SUVs. I'm glad my friend went with us and drove. I bought, if you've seen my room tour, everything that is in my room tour, all the Calyx units, my desk, my Alex drawers, all of that stuff came from IKEA in this one trip. And so it was loaded up in my car. And some of my friends bought a few things, but really all that stuff's mine, you all. Almost everything. Like, I think that my friends probably spent couple $100 between the 4 of them. Yeah, I can't say that. So it's fine. It's fine. I planned this whole thing. I wrote exactly what I needed. I got exactly what I needed, except there were a few things that were out of stock. And I actually almost came home with a couch, which was not planned, but I needed one. But it's fine. I did not. They were out of it. Okay, so back to the layout. So I'm going to pull this wood grain scrap and this aqua colored scrap to add layers to the bottom of my page and below where the pictures are going to go. And I'm really excited about using these scraps because I don't want to have them all left, laying around. So I'm considering matting my page, but I don't want to do that until the ink properly dries. So I set it aside. Yes, I'm trying to use up scraps. Yes, I'm still trimming off paper so that I'm not wasting. I know it seems kind of counterintuitive, but I also can't. I mean, these papers are gorgeous. These colors, this wood grain, all this stuff. So I cut it and I'm going to trim the, it's like a U. So I cut it in half. So I'm just going to put this under here, and I put down the teal first, or the aqua, and then I'm going to put the wood grain on top of that so that it breaks up that aqua color of paper that I've matted the pictures on. I originally put it down the other way around, and I went, oh, this doesn't look right. It blends right in, and it's not as defined as it is right now. So I definitely love the way this comes out, and then I'm going to grab something from the sticker sheet from that accessory set. I'm going to grab that to cover that gap between the two sets of paper. And you all are going to say, oh, I love it, right? Right. So first I pull some stuff off the chipboard, and then I am going to pull some things off of the sticker sheet. I'm trying to look and see if it's already been done, because I can't see that. I don't know if you all have ever used iMovie, but the bottom part, okay, here, I'm going to pull it off of here. The bottom part of your screen is covered by this little thing that says recording, and it's got like, the little bar that goes up the louder you are and stuff. And so I can't see the bottom part of the layout while I'm doing the voiceover. Anyway, so I'm going to cover that gap with this really cool sticker that says boom. And I feel like this is like a mic drop moment. So I felt like that was a super appropriate sticker to put right there, right below that receipt. And I'm not joking when I tell you, I wish that I could have shared that with you. I have it, but I've tucked it away somewhere and I don't know where, but it's like I could have wallpapered my door. I mean, it's like really long, but it's fine. So I am going to, I've got a cut apart, that little orange cut apart. I'm going to journal there about the adventures. And then I'm going to go through the stuff right here. And if you watched yesterday's video when I documented my two very good friends being goofballs, I had that blue chipboard piece that says Adventure Unlimited Crew 2022 that's up there right above the right part of the picture. And I saved it for this layout because it had all 5 of us in it, and I was really excited about that. So I thought that would be more perfect for this layout than just the 2 goofballs and the crazy hats that I documented yesterday. And just like yesterday, I'm going to say I'm sorry if you can hear that weird noise in the background. It would be my dog chewing on a noisy bone. I tried to get him to stop. He won't listen. I threw it down the hall. I hit it once. He found it. I'm going to have to throw it in the trash can, but it's good for his teeth. What do I do? Okay, so from the Paper Studio clear stickers, I pull this Friends to the end, and I kind of have that set to where part of it is sitting on top of that cut apart that I inked, by the way, with some chipped sapphire. And so I have that sitting there just because it would have looked kind of odd with a gap underneath it anywhere else. And I already have that Adventure Unlimited Crew up there at the top, where the other place I would have put it. So I get that down there. And then from this other Paper Studio sticker sheet, I pull this thing that says, "You are capable of amazing things." And yep, they loaded all this stuff up in the car pretty much without me even helping. Like, these 4 women are, pardon my French, badass ladies, because they went to IKEA, got up at the crack of dawn on one of their summer days. We all work in a school, and took the entire day to come spend time with me. Really didn't buy much for themselves. They were there for me. helped me load all that stuff into the carts and stuff, loaded it all into my friend's SUV, and then while I went and got mine, and then before I could do much of anything, loaded all of the rest of it into my car. I think I lifted barely nothing. Okay. And then we drove back. Well, we went to eat, which is spoiler alert, it's the next layout. And then, they continue to just be awesome people. I mean, they're amazing people. Y'all are just don't even know. Well, you'll know after tomorrow because I'll probably talk about it then. Anyway, so after I get all that, there is some word phrases that I wanted to pull off and put on here, because every time I'd go to use one for one of the other layouts, I was like, no, this has to go on the receipt page at the very end. And so they say living large. Yep, the sky's the limit. It seems to be true. No shame, because I have none. No regrets ever, also true. And then at the very bottom, I just put totally. And I just love that because I feel like they really are fitting for this layout. I put this little tab up here. I don't know if I'll draw or write on that at all, but I really just love that, bringing that orange up to the top. And then also I added some little circular bits here, there, and the other. And I added from the ephemera kit, I added this You Rock My World. And then I found this Like a Boss that was on that big 12 by 12 cut apart, and I cut that out because that adds another layer of orange, and I put it right under the arrow that's pointing to the receipt. And so I felt like all of that was super appropriate. And then I am going to tap that tape that down onto this black paper. So see, you're going to be able to see where there is some of that orange popping out on the black. It's not very in your face, obviously, but it is there. I love the way this turned out, you all. I mean, those ladies, I just think they're great. Oh, and that rock is from a dollar store sticker sheet. And I love those because they look metallic, but they are not. And like I said, I will journal right there. I hope that you all will come back and see me again for the next day layout for this whole series of Around the World in 30 Days. I hope you'll go check out all the other hoppers and creatives who are scrapbooking with this as well. And I hope that you all have a fantastic day. See you really soon. Happy scrapping.